Our first guest again is a gentleman I said I've known since I was about 12 or 13. He has written us incredible and produced an incredible movie that kind of chronicles his journey. Can you please give a warm welcome to my good friend Paul Croshaw? Paul, come on out. This is Lori. Lori, this is Paul.
Great to meet you.
Glad to see you.
Glad to see you here. I'm moving over here.
Nice to see you. Welcome, Mr. Croshaw.
Well, thank you very much, Marty. And I apologize for kicking you out of the band.
I don't think you actually kicked me out. I think you, although you were still
I should have been kicked out.
No, you should have spoke up for me and said, "This is Marty's band."
Yeah, you did start it. I played bass, and I was so bad. That's why you should have kicked me out, because I played bass with one finger.
But you were very cool.
One finger bass player, cool.
Well, let's get into this real quick, Paul. Again, I kind of lost touch with you around 1985 or 86, just out of high school. Well, we've been out of high school for a time. And at that time, in 1988, what was your life about? What were you doing?
Well, I was very active in Democratic politics.
Uh-huh.
I was president of the Long Beach Democratic Club. I was a member of the California State Central Committee. I was working for Michael Dukakis. I was active in some local organizations in Long Beach to get my name known and out there. And yeah, that's what I was about at that time.
We talk politics all the time.
Right.
Paul and I are very political, and we used to talk politics, and we were right down the line with each other. I mean, we really were.
Yes.
I remember putting up posters in my house because you were running.
That's right.
You were running for city council.
I ran for city council. Yeah.
And then something happened to you on a drive-in one day. Tell us about that.
Well, I was driving to a Michael Dukakis rally.
Yeah.
And I heard this guy on the radio, on KBC radio, major radio station,
right,
talking about God. And I thought, how could this be? A man on they're allowing a man on the major radio station to talk about
blasphemous,
God.
Isn't it?
It's just ridiculous. Yes. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
So, but he said something very interesting. He said, if you don't have God, liberty doesn't mean anything. How do you know what is right and wrong? Where does right and wrong come from? So he started saying all these things that, what happened was it brought back a memory from when I was a kid. I had a home run miracle on a baseball field. I had last at bat, full count. I predicted it. I called it anyway, and it happened. And so it brought back that memory, something I kind of buried away. And from that moment on, the gentleman on the radio was Dennis Prager.
Right.
Okay?
Sure. I know
Dennis Prager. And in a very slow, methodical way, I changed from a liberal activist to a conservative Christian.
What happened to you, Paul?
I know.
What have you done with my friend?
Yeah, it's
baffling. I'm sure people that have known you for years felt the same way, right? Didn't you get a lot of that?
Absolutely, and they're baffled, and I don't blame them. But the thing is, we never hear the other side. We never hear.
Because you weren't spiritual growing up, were you?
No,
it wasn't in the home per se.
Complete agnostic family.
Right.
We were kind of a hip family.
Yes, you were a hip family.
We were a hip
family. I remember going to parties at your house.
That's
you
right.
were a hip family.
Why not? Yeah. Yeah, so I had to make this movie to explain to my liberal uncles and father and mother why this happened. And so I can't corner my uncle in the kitchen during Thanksgiving and unpack this story. It's too big.
Right.
So I had let Dennis Prager do the talking. And if any of you know Dennis Prager, he's a master at explaining Judeo-Christian values,
right,
ethics, and the evidence for God. So my movie starts off with my wacky progressive upbringing with home movies and archival film footage.
Right.
Then we bring Dennis in a stylized interview, which we shot in 35.
Yeah.
And he gives the logical reasons.
Tell me what 35 is. I don't know what that is.
35 millimeter.
Thank you. Okay. Talking film talk.
They know it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if they do or not. I thought in 35 minutes you shot this. Or?
Yeah. They're sophisticated.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's my audience.
Yes. So when we bring Dennis on, he gives the logical reasons for the existence of a God and the consequences to America if we become a secularized country. So while he's doing, my story continues to be told in the background through archival film footage, home movies, photographs, and then I conclude, of saying he's right. It took 12 years, and it was actually 12 very painful years, because when you're, many people on the left, and me, you're engrossed with it. It's everything about you.
Yes.
I annoy everybody in the offices I worked at that time. Sure. I was a know-it-all, 20-something kid.
You were.
And it was quite embarrassing, a curious guy, sit around the cafes, drag people to French movies and foreign films, think you know everything. You really don't. And I didn't know this whole other world existed. Conservatism has a foundation, has a philosophy, and unfortunately, the left really doesn't.
Could you have stayed a Democrat and still become a Christian?
Wait, say it again?
Could you have stayed a Democrat and still become a Christian?
Yeah, you
because
can.
There are Christian Democrats.
Absolutely.
So why do you have to go ahead and just completely blow it off and get into the conservative Republican?
Because it seems that generally, I'm talking generalities,
right,
that that serious believers, okay, usually have a conservative outlook. It's part of the package. The Bible, you can say all you want about the Bible, how silly it is, everything, all that stuff. But the one thing the Bible does, it nails human nature right on the nose. Okay, and a conservative outlook is understanding human nature. And what the left does, and what I did, if you have a conflict between what is on the left or a religious belief, they always pick on the left. They always choose that over the Bible. They may believe in God, but they don't always choose it. And it's the left right now in our modern society who's doing all the busy work, tearing stuff down.
Oh, you're wrong.
No.
No.
I don't know who's going around taking off the Ten Commandments off every courthouse, nativity scenes, happy holidays.
But there's got to be division between. There's got to be division between
absolutely.
church and state.
Yes and no.
Yeah. What's the yes part?
Because in America, our founding fathers, what gives us liberty is God. If you look on your coin in your pocket,
yes,
there's three things that make up America: God, liberty, e pluribus unum. You take any one of those things away, you don't have America anymore. Our foundation is based on Judeo-Christian understanding of God, ethics. That's how Western civilization was formed on all of this stuff. And so last is that the people who are attacking religion, the people who are mocking the Bible.
Who's mocking the Bible?
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Oh, I saw that documentary that he did. That
Okay. Well,
I can go on. Michael Moore.
You're gonna get French people anyway.
I can go on and on.
I don't think America mocks the Bible.
No, but the thing is, the Democrats, the traditional, they're not sticking up for it. They're giving them a pass.
I'm okay with the Bible.
But you're not stopping your friends from tearing it down.
Well, because you have those you have the extremes of. I know I have to wrap it up. I heard you, Tony. Well, look.
We could talk about this for hours.
I know, but my point is,
it's the biggest question.
But don't you feel that politics is always about the radical left, the radical right? Is the moderate, the people?
I'm going to say something you're not going to believe.
Okay, tell me something.
In this day and age, there is no radical right now.
You haven't heard of the Tea Party?
It's not radical.
Oh, okay. This is a good movie. Yeah, like I said,
it just states my case. It doesn't bash anybody.
No, it doesn't. What's the best way to get a hold of course, Baseball Dennis and the French?
You go baseballdennisandthefrench.com and you can buy it.
Can you please hear it for my good friend Paul Croshaw, the conservative Republican? Sit right here.
Is it on Amazon?
We're going to go for a 3-minute break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. We could talk for an hour.